It is here at last, Milan's red letter day, Derby Day, a grand tradition since 1908, involving two of the most storied clubs in the entire world. There's so little to separate the teams in terms of prestige, so expect this to be nothing less than a day of storm and tempest, heady ambition and sharp partisanship. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby, it has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Yes, Peter, this is one of the must-see derbies in world football. The atmosphere alone will send shivers down your spine.
He's tried one! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, what great hit! Decent enough try.
Rafael Leao did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I've always been impressed with Lautaro Martinez, Peter. We all know how good a finisher he is, but he's proved himself to be a more than reasonable outlet. If needed, he can play with his back to goal and be one that brings everyone else into play, and he's a significant influence.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives. Thuram! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Thuram did so well to make use of the little space that was afforded to him. It wasn't easy, that.
Dumfries. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Reinders. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Aim forwards. Çalhanoğlu. Well, that looks a decent. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, convincing, that most certainly wasn't. He did well to rescue it, though, I'll give him that.
It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, the tempo is strong, and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Terracciano. Thuram. Loftus-Cheek. Thiaw.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Reinders. Driving through the middle. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's got tall. Just off target.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Plays a delicate ball. Now it's Thuram. He's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Mkhitaryan. Rafael Leao. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he can clear it away.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Floated up and over. No luck with that dink over the top. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That is good alertness. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Barella, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
DiMarco. Now it's Thuram. And he cuts out the supply. That's a sharp pass. Big chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And we hit half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Milan may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Ashlani. Bout of passing here, really. Chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Thuram has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
It's a goal kick. He's looking to set free a runner. Thuram. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Milan. Oh, what a mistake! Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Hernandez. Bisek promptly onto that, and that is that. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Asllani unable to make it happen for all his... Now the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Thuram is offering a wry smile there.
And that has been clubbed away. And that's a throw-in. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Thuram showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort... Can he finish? There's a goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Thiaw tries to clear. Terracciano. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, time's running out for the host to get something out of this. You can sense the frustration and impatience. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Correa. Tomori gets a foot in here. Kyle Walker. And Reinders. And it's Loftus-Cheek. Now it's Abraham.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao providing an outlet on that flank. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Well-timed, excellent interception. Reinders. Time and again they are repelled. Dumfries. Shot a goal! Should have equalised.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
This their second corner of the game. Thuram is there, and he can get that clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Five minutes left on the clock. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Terracciano. Reinders. Oh, they could break here. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Abraham has it out wide and in space. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Oh, well played. And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And that has been knocked clear. Turns and goes back. And that's it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games.
Latihan.